Hey there, Libra. Welcome to reading for the week of October 30th. We are just going to jump right in here. You have this Here and Now card and this Exchanging Gifts card. So there could be a gift coming in for you right now. And let's see what that gift could be. You have the Seven of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So the gift could be equal give and take, even though you have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles could just be saying that what you've been experiencing in your life is the Five of Pentacles, which is, being left out in the cold or not having the things that you want. And yeah, look, this looks very good for you here, Libra. So, maybe there's been some sort of lack in your life. And now you're stepping into a time of, where things are more equal or maybe situations are more giving in your life, right? And this does not have to just be love. Of course, this could be, health, business, whatever it is that you're working on, any of those things. So you have the Seven of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, as always with you, you have the... what was I going to say? It's like, I feel like I said this to you in your last reading as well. It's like, I feel you have finally learned, like, what to accept and what not to accept. He's drawing a line in the sand, basically. He is saying, everything above me here, above the hill, is what I'm willing to accept. I'm not willing to allow anything from below up, So sometimes I kind of look at it as a drawing a line in the sand card. It is a card of boundaries, which would be drawing a line in the sand. But I feel like you're being much more specific about, like, what you allow into your life and what you don't allow into your life. And, again, I feel this is what you're allowing into your life right here. Six of Pentacles, meaning if you give, then the situation gives. And again, I'm not just talking about love. I'm literally talking about every single thing, every single aspect of your life, right? Very Libran, of course. And again, we just had that eclipse in Libra. So that could be triggering, this type of energy where you're saying to yourself, you know what? I always give too much of myself in work and business and, all this other stuff, right? So, again, if the job that I work for, if they support me, great. Then I will make sure to support them. And, but if they don't, then I'm going to go get something else. Like, I feel like you're being very matter of fact about things, but definitely in love as well. I mean, we have the Five of Pentacles here. So you could have been left out in the cold. And, again, I kind of feel like an oil and water situation here because you have the sun and the moon. We'll talk about that in a minute. But, again, for some of you, I feel you were left out in the cold. And now you're kind of focusing on your own happiness here going this way. But you do have the sun, which kind of makes the whole entire reading more positive. And some of you might be worried about the tower, but this last row represents the good stuff. And it's going to be good no matter what. So wouldn't even worry about the tower. You probably had a tower moment with this person, if, that is part of your story. And, to me, the sun and the moon in the reading can represent two people who are definitely not meant to be together, who are just too opposite, right? Sometimes opposites work, but sometimes they don't as well. And sometimes they, opposites just can't mix, right? And, I kind of feel maybe some of you were left out in the cold by a person who was like just way too opposite, and that could be what you're healing from. But let's see. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups. Yes, I feel like because you're demanding what your worth, or maybe you're setting new standards or whatever, it's like that's what you're getting with the Ace of Cups, which is great, But I would also make sure to pass those tests, It's like I always say, it's like, I've seen it in readings so many times where people are like, I said I wouldn't date a player again, then I did a player again, and I got hurt. I'm like, yeah, that was probably like a test, right? Where it's like the second you say I'm not going to date this type of person again, it's like the universe brings that type of person back. Like, did you really learn your lessons the first time, or are you going to repeat this again, right? And so I kind of feel this is saying, I don't think like the universe really tests us, by the way, but what I will say is that I feel that if you have something that's similar to the past, I would just be aware of it and, kind of make sure to cut those things off quickly. But I do feel that there's something good coming in here. Yeah. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Judgment card. It's like, I just feel aha moment here. And by the way, to me, this right here, the Tower and the Judgment card in a tarot reading is the most powerful combination in the tarot. To me, the two cards together kind of represent a major revelation or a major wake-up call. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be having some, pretty big revelations, and especially with the sun as well. The sun brings a lot of clarity and enlightenment into our life. And so, you could be having a lot of aha moments of things that work with the Six of Pentacles. I know that's like, that is just the down and dirty version of the tarot, right? Six of Pentacles is just stuff that works. You put energy in, you get energy back, right? And so I feel like you're waking up to things that do that. Yeah, with the Five of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. You probably want teamwork. You know, again, if this is love, you're probably obviously much more focused on quality. The Three of Pentacles literally asks us to focus only on quality, not quantity. And, you know, again, I feel like that's kind of what you're focusing on. And it's a card of teamwork. So, you know, I feel like you're much more focused on finding a person who is focused on teamwork. And again, same thing, like I said, this does not have to be love. You know, this could be a business. This could be your career. It could be whatever it is that you work on from day to day. And I feel like you're just focusing on having more quality experiences, which again, with the eclipse would kind of make sense. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this mature man card and this journey card. Some of you could be traveling and meeting a person, or you could be dealing with a person long distance. Could be any sign, but you have whenever I have the Wheel of Fortune, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo, or it could be a Sagittarius. Take it how it resonates. Could be any sign, but again, you could be meeting someone from a distance. He even has a globe right there, right next to him. How crazy is that? So you could be meeting a mature person. Again, I don't touch gender in these readings either, because I'm reading for a ton of you. So just could be a mature person coming in for you. And you have the King of Swords as well, by the way, in the first diagonal. So the King of Swords can represent someone who's older than you. I also feel that this could just be you traveling. It seems to be like a time where everybody is traveling for whatever reason. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, and the Moon. The Wheel of Fortune, of course, can represent a change in your fortunes. I kind of do feel that for you, Libra, where it's just saying that your fortunes are changing. I think things are improving, getting better, going in the right direction for you. And I'm not really getting much here. Like, normally I get a lot more on the Wheel of Fortune, but I don't think this is a bad thing, by the way. I think it's a good thing. It's like just saying your fortunes are changing. Things are kind of more turning in your favor. You have the Sun, of course, best card in the deck. It kind of makes the whole entire reading more positive. And I am getting something about enlightenment. Even the Fool, which is in the same diagonal, he has the Sun over his shoulder there. So he is like moving in a direction that he has already been enlightened to, if that makes sense. And here's the thing about the Fool. Not to jump too far ahead here, but he is a contrarian. Like, people think that maybe his ideas are foolish, right? But again, he's been enlightened to the direction that he's moving in already. So it's like people might not see it, but he sees the direction he's moving in. You have this risk card here, which I'll show you in a minute. And just putting it together, it looks to me like you're taking some sort of risk. I would be careful of other people's opinions with the Moon. The Sun to me is like the excitement, getting very excited about a new idea. Sometimes in a reading like this, I feel like the Moon can be other people's opinions, ideas, worries, concerns, fears, like clouding your judgment. And I feel like this reading is like saying, no, judgment, you have the judgment. You know that you're supposed to make some sort of change right now or do whatever it is that you're doing. So don't allow other people to kind of like steer you away from any changes that you're making. Look, you're going up to the Six of Wands. It's like literally you're showing everyone in your life, what success looks like, right? But you're creating it. So it hasn't been created yet is kind of how I feel here. So if you're making some sort of change, it's like you will be successful in the future. And of course, then everybody's going to be paying attention to you because you made something successful. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Strength card, always Leo with you. So there you go. Or Aries, right? But, definitely could be a fire sign. I also feel this is just saying you've been working hard on yourself. To me, the Strength card is a card of personal development. Like it's a card of, doing work on yourself or preparing yourself in some way for like a breakthrough or a change. And we definitely see that here. Again, major revelation with the Judgment card in the Tower, which could be you having a new, like a major aha moment about the direction of your life or, the type of person you should be going for or whatever. With the Sun, yes, you need to protect the Sun at all costs. I feel this is quite simple right here. I feel like this is saying that you are enlightened to an idea or a direction for your life, and you need to protect it and put boundaries up against other people with the Moon. I don't know why, again, the Moon doesn't represent other people. I read intuitively, and that's what I'm getting here. Really, it's quite simple because, again, I'm putting the pieces of the puzzle together. We go up to that Six of Wands, and again, some of those people on the Six of Wands might be jealous of his position. So it's like you're making people in the future jealous, based off of the things that you're accomplishing, right? With the Moon, you have the Justice card, you showing up in a very strong position. Kind of feel this is saying that you need to follow your own inner guidance. You need to follow your own, inner answers and, all that other good stuff. Next, you have this appreciation card and this risk card. I feel that it is definitely time to take that foolish risk, right? I don't think it's really foolish. I think you've just been enlightened to a new direction in your life, and I feel you need to move in that new direction, and that's what I would say here. I also feel we're in a time of gratitude, so again, I would be practicing. I always tell people to like practice, really being grateful for even the smallest win that you have, like finding a penny on the ground, like express gratitude towards it. I truly believe that expressing gratitude even to the small things eventually leads to the big things. So I think it's an easy practice, and it's free. It's free to be grateful for whatever, right? So I would definitely try it and then see how it goes. But what I find really interesting about this card, by the way, this risk card, is that I feel it's saying that you need to take a risk on something you're enlightened on, but you have the Three of Pentacles right here. And the Three of Pentacles you have twice. Well, you have it, in your reading, and this isn't technically the Three of Pentacles, obviously, but there are like 3 pentacles right there. So again, I think teamwork makes the dream work right now for you, but I also feel that this could be saying that focusing on quality or the quality of work that you're doing right now is going to lead to success. You have the 4 of Cups here. 4 of Cups, I always say is like a card of, baking a cake. Like, just imagine he's trying to manifest a cake, and he's disappointed because he's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs, but all he has to do is mix everything together. And I kind of feel a lot of people are at this point right now, not just you, Libra, but I think as a collective, this perfectly describes the energy. It's like we have the things we need, but maybe we don't realize it, and we just have to put everything together. We need to just connect the dots, and I feel the 4 of Cups is encouraging you to try to connect the dots. You have the 2 of Swords, again, another card of doing things differently. 2 of Swords is my card of third place solutions. You can see here she has this new island behind her here, and where she is where she has always been. So she's stuck in a stalemate only because she isn't seeing that there's another option. Again, I believe that third place solutions is what I call them. I believe third place solutions are going to save the world. And to me, third place solutions are just things that no one's ever thought of, right? And so you can take any issue. It's like everybody's, all worried about electric cars, for example, right now. It's like some people want electric, some people want gas, right? And they're both very excited about it. But it's like, what if there's something better that no one is thinking of, right? It's like, what if we could just have cars, or like, what if we could turn our bodies into vapor and we could float around instead, like Harry Potter or something? That would be much better, right? So, what I would say here is it's like there's probably things or ideas out there for anything that you're dealing with in life. And these ideas, they just don't exist yet because they're third place solutions. They're like different than what most people think. So, I think kind of like looking for those solutions is really where it's at for the rest of your life. You have the Fool. Again, I feel like you're already enlightened to a new path. It's like you already have some answers on potentially like a new direction or new things that you need to do in your life. So, I would go for it. And again, I wouldn't listen to, he's got this dog nipping at his heels, right? Right here. So it's kind of like maybe you have people that are like, oh, don't do this, don't take this risk or whatever. But, I feel like you know what you're doing. Here you go. With the 4 of Cups, here you go. 6 of Pentacles. If you don't know what to do with the 4 of Cups, like if you don't know how to bake your cake, 6 of Pentacles says plant some seeds, see what grows, see what works, see what doesn't, and then go from there. I mean, pretty much everybody gets this right now, and people always say I'm repeating myself, and I always say to them, why aren't you doing it yet? It's free. It doesn't cost any money to go try a couple of your ideas, right? So go and do it so I can stop repeating myself, plain and simple. But also, it's like, my thing is as well, is like the energy sometimes doesn't change like just overnight. Like, I don't know what people expect sometimes, but what I would say here is, again, I would be experimenting. I am experimenting. I'm very focused on trying new things. And again, I just try little tiny ideas, little 1% improvements, as I always say. I see what works, see what doesn't. I double down on the things that work and get rid of the rest. Quickest way to success right now. I think I'm living proof. Again, I'm not even saying this brag. Like, again, I always tell people, I don't think people realize, I fell on my head when I was 10 years old. I have to read things 10 times. After that, I went from an A student literally to a D student overnight. After that, whole entire school career failed because of that, right? Because I fell on my head. So, it's like, if I can do it, you can do it. With the 2 of Swords, you have the Temperance card. Definitely could be a Sagittarius coming in for some of you as well. Sorry, I wanted to do this. Temperance is about alchemy, turning one thing into another. 2 of Swords. She's not seeing that she could mix 2 things together to bake the cake, right? That's what this reading is talking about. With the Fool, you have the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords has choppy waters, kind of like on the 2 of Swords. There are choppy waters kind of like in between her and that island. So 6 of Swords is about kind of leaving everything behind you, behind. The woman and the child in the boat on the Six of Swords, they're leaving their whole entire life behind them, and they're completely starting over on the other side. So, for some of you, I wouldn't say you're like starting over, but you could be kind of like just having this new beginning that's clearly going to lead to success. Finally, here in the area of the good stuff, you have this angelic help card. It says your angels are blessing you with new opportunities. There you go. You have this card that says there's nothing outside of you that can fulfill you. Yes, you have everything you need. I really do feel that the reading in general is pretty much saying you have everything you need to take this risk, or it's like you are at least enlightened to this, to this kind of like aha moment that you could be having. Judgment Tower, like I said, that's a major revelation or breakthrough in your life. So, I would get working here. Again, I think everybody is going to see you as being very successful. Excuse me. Or it's kind of like, I don't know, like it's not like you're showing off. That's not what I'm getting here. It's more just like, I think people aren't going to believe that you are able to accomplish something that you said you were going to accomplish, whatever it is, right? It's this right here, the Fool, the Sun, something that you're protecting. For a lot of you, I feel like this could be you building something like a business, could be you moving somewhere, could definitely be a relationship as well, but looks pretty good. You have the Tower, and again, it's coming up in the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. And, I do feel like a lot of you could be rebuilding, or you could be, putting in the energy to rebuild your situation, like in your life. And I feel like that is, of course, going to be good for you. You have the King of Swords. King of Swords is, I feel you. Like, I feel like this is just your energy showing up as like the strongest air sign. So you're showing up in a strong position. And I do think this puts you in a position of power and strength for the reading. So let's see. With the Six of Wands, what do you know? Ace of Swords, big victory here. Again, I'm telling you right now, people, excuse me, people are going to see you as very successful in the future. I really feel people aren't going to believe that you are able to do something. So again, I kind of feel that if this reading is for you, that you already have something that people are doubting you on, I feel like you already have an idea or direction you want to move in or something you want to accomplish in your life. And I feel that there could be, I don't think people are necessarily being jerks about it, but, again, maybe that you can sense that they're kind of doubting you. With the Tower, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, a new beginning after a Tower moment. So I feel that for a lot of you, there's a new beginning here. It could also be a new person, if you were hurt by a person. And with the King of Swords, you have the Empress. So there you go, ton of abundance. And again, I feel this is you. It doesn't matter what gender you are either. I really feel you are able to create a lot of abundance at this time. I feel you are kind of at this point of being able to just manifest abundance literally out of thin air. I think it's going to require work, of course, but, I kind of feel there's a lot of success coming in for you here, Libra. This is probably one of the better readings that I've done for you in a while. So we're pulling 5 main themes. You have this chain card. It says chain of events that will affect your life. Didn't I say something about connecting the dots or something like that? I really feel you need to connect the dots or see that you have everything you need. Maybe it doesn't seem like it, but you do, or you could at least get started. And, I think that's half the battle. It's like once you get started, then the universe moves out of the way. So, I would just get started on doing something you want to do. You have this teardrops card. It says great personal sorrow. I feel this is where you were. I think that you've been in a period of frustration. 5 of Pentacles over here, 3 of Pentacles, nothing working basically, or maybe you haven't had the people in your life to help you get things to work, but I kind of feel that's all changing. You have this Elephant journey card. It says a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. You literally have that card of journey and the mature man card. So I literally feel if you're traveling or going on an adventure, that it's going to leave you very wise. And you have the King of Swords as well, which is a card of knowledge and wisdom. So this journey, it does not have to be, physical. It could be mental. You could be learning something new. That is a journey. You could be going back to school. You could be, starting a business, whatever, right? All those things are journeys. And again, whatever you're doing is going to lead to a lot of experience. Again, I just down a dirty tarot level, I look at the King of Swords as having the most experience with something, whatever, could be something that you know about, something you've experienced, whatever. And so that's where I feel this is going. You have this cracked cup. It says dissatisfaction with life, 4 cups. Again, I don't always think this is a bad thing. I think we should be dissatisfied from time to time because that's what motivates us to change. So, again, I think that dissatisfaction can be a good thing if we kind of use the energy for, the right purposes, right? You have this haystack card. It says karma, you will reap what you have sown. I feel that there is some, like karmic rewards coming in for you here. You have that exchanging gifts card at the beginning of the reading. So, yeah, like you've been putting in the work all along, is what this is saying to me, and now you are receiving the results or the rewards for it. You have this bread card. It says period of prosperity and abundance. Are you kidding? The whole entire reading is about, prosperity and abundance coming in for you. I don't necessarily think this is like, I want to stress that I don't think this is like going to be super easy or something like that. And I do feel the hardest part about it is doing something that maybe you feel you're not being supported on, from other people. But I feel that's exactly what you need to do, because you're going to be proving them wrong, all these people in the future. So it's like you'll show them, right? And I kind of get that feeling here from this reading. Pretty good reading. I like this. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.